Welcome back, everybody. Oh, already done this one. We are just doing some super chests in Act 3. Still trying to get my my high runes for Enigma. Oh, I ran out of keys. Okay. One second. Just gonna make sure I'm on player 7. Sometimes it resets for no apparent reason, but if I do it for like 3 games, it usually keeps. The weird thing with so many things dropping at one time is kind of obscures what's there. I hope everyone's been doing well during the quarantine. It's been going pretty good for me. Surprised at how advanced my sources has come in just a very short period of time. It is definitely the best character to start with if you don't have any other characters. She's single-handedly gonna build my paladin pretty much at this point. She's found almost all the good items. I can show you after how many runes I've found. It's insane. Actually, let me show you it right now. It's pretty crazy. Those are all my chips gems. So I got almost 3 full things of runes. And then these are my mid-level high runes. I guess these are still mid runes, but anyway, yeah. Hopefully gonna make a Hodo at some point pretty soon. Looking forward to it. Okay. And although I have it on player 7, don't be fooled. I'm not at all strong. If they hit me even like 3 times, I'm gonna die. So, just trying very desperately not to get hit. Oh, nice. Ooh, that's pretty good. Definitely gonna keep that. I'm pretty much keeping everything at this point, just because, you know, when you have unlimited stash, it helps with future characters, so why not? I had no idea that the super chests drop so many gems, so that's actually become a really good thing. Unfortunately, they don't drop chip gems, so... Well, not very often anyway. Ooh, Grand Charm again. Sweet. Ah, darn. I don't do a lot of crafting, so I'm not very well versed in that, so I don't know if I should be keeping these gems or not. Or, sorry, the charms. But I keep some of them. These are the damage ones are for my paladin. But the large charms, I don't know if I should be re-rolling them. I don't even know what the eye level is, but... Wow, 3 grand. That doesn't happen. I've done like hundreds of runs previously. 3 grand charms in a row. That's pretty lucky. Ooh. Holy moly. 4 in a row. That is crazy. I have already found, not in Hell, but in Nightmare, 2 cold GCs. That was, oh, sorry. These ones. 2 cold GCs I found, or sorry, first one I found in Nightmare. Where was it? I don't know. And then in Hell, Act 1, I found the second one. They're both plain, but it doesn't matter. I don't, you know, not going to complain about that. Holy moly, 5 in a row. This is the 5th game I've found Grand Charm. That is extremely lucky. Oh my goodness, come on. Who knows, maybe I was extremely unlucky for like 100 runs before this. And Grand Charms are actually very common, I don't know. But it is player level 7, just in case you missed that part. So every time I open the chests, it's like 7 people are in the room with me. I didn't even check that. No.
Not here.
Because I don't throw anything away, I've found probably most of the lower level sets, which is super interesting because I haven't ever really paid attention to them too much before. Because you know, when you run out of room, you know, you have to throw things away. So usually it's always just class specific, but I think I have about 3 sets or 4 sets at this point for lower level characters, which is pretty cool. And I have most of the mid-game gear for... Whoa, mana. That was brutal. Oh my goodness. My hit recovery sucks. Yeah, I have like most of the mid-game gear for just about any character so far, so... I was thinking my next character probably will be... Amazon. Probably. That was kind of where I was going with it. Oh. So far I have found, oh, before I die, so far I have found one rune and one pull rune on the runs. And let's see, what have I found? Yeah, I found one rune, one pull rune. I got the pull rune from my Hellforge, which I think it's okay. It's not great. I was really looking for the Mal rune, which I've gotten many times before. And the rune was from Mephisto, and then the Ko runes I actually made from other runes. I did a whole bunch of Nightmare Countess runs the other day. Thinking about maybe re-rolling this character for Lightning Source so I can do Hell Countess and possibly go for some higher runes, but well, really just higher gear in general, because I don't know. It seems like things don't drop the same, quite the same in Pluggy, but I could be wrong. I could just be having really bad luck. Like my my magic find isn't really that great. I have like 150, which is not really that high, but I mean, I on my hammered in, I found so many things online, and he only has like 200, so it's not like you have to have a super crazy magic find. But I've done so many Andariel runs in Hell, and I haven't really found anything, so could just be bad luck. But I feel like maybe Pluggy has different drops, but I thought that was the whole point, is like it's not supposed to change anything about the game, but that's just my own. Whoa. That was a close call. It's crazy in my entire time playing Diablo 2. Like most of the high runes that I've found are really only in the last few years. Within the 1.13, 1.14 kind of era. Before that, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't have really good characters or whatever. But I mean, I did like tons of runs. Never really found anything. I don't know. I never did this though. This is a really recent thing. This is like within probably last 2 years. I never knew about the treasure chests. Actually, maybe I had known about it, but it doesn't really work as well when you're online, because the map resets so to something different. So unless you have like map hack and you're online, but I haven't done any of that map hack or botting or anything for a long time, probably 7 years, 6 years, something like that. It was when botting was safe. Now, and even then, I only did it for like 2 years. So now botting's not safe anymore. Nothing's safe. I got temp banned and I didn't even do anything. I literally just entered and exited a room too fast, and I got temp banned. I like it because, you know, Blizzard's trying to keep the game legit, which is awesome because, yeah, when things get saturated with bad items and different things, it throws off the game. But you should be able to enter and exit a game without fear of. I lost like accounts for no apparent reason because they were linked to items that people traded to me, so it all just sucks, you know, when you can't play the game that you like. So this is actually kind of cool. Ooh. Nice. Oh, I found this just recently. That was pretty cool. Um, where did I find that? I think I found that on Diablo. That was wicked. Super happy about that one. That's another one that it's so funny, like when you see people who have just like decked out gear and they have like all these 5 to resist small charms. It's like that's pretty rare, but I guess when you have so many people playing, like I've checked on the drop calculator online, and it's like some of these things are like 1 in 10 million. You're like, seriously? And even with like 700 magic find, you know, it's still like 1 in 4 million or whatever, which is crazy. I think Death Fathom is like the highest. I think it's like 130, 130 million or something like that. Even with like crazy amounts of Magifine. I haven't checked that in a long time though. That was just, I think someone told me that actually. Oh, come on. I really like static or telekinesis, sorry. It's so funny. It's such um, a habit. I never used to use it before. Didn't think that I was ever gonna start using it, but it really does actually make your life so much easier once it becomes a habit. It's so much faster than walking up and hitting the chests. Ooh, I think I need a new spot to put these. All right. 13 is going to be our new spot. All right. Not getting very much on the runs. Oh, I definitely saw something. What? Ah, Rowrun. Come on. That's what I mean by like sometimes the chest pops. It's just like it's so fast, but you don't really see anything. But sometimes actually I've seen it on the ground. I'll be like, oh, there's a grand charm. But like when you actually open it, because there's so much stuff that pops out, you literally don't even see what it is. Pretty crazy. Put that away. Whoops. Oh, good thing I came back. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep that. Whoops. Went way past. Wow, a lot of flawless gems dropping. I don't think I had any idea that gems would drop that much from these chests. Ooh, okay. Whoops. Nice. Yeah. I'm gonna do a couple more of these, then I'm gonna switch to doing Andariel and Mephisto for a little bit, just for some change of pace. There's so much money on the ground, can't see.
I am overburdened.
I thought there was something there. Oh, weird. I thought I saw a charm drop. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I don't hit very much, so player 1 for killing Andariel. Oh, large charm. I always try to keep my mercenary alive, but He always ends up dying, so on Mephisto, he's not going to survive. I barely survive Mephisto, so I just have to keep teleporting. I've already found both of those like 4 times, which I've kept them, but I'm gonna sell those. Okay. The build that I'm doing is actually pretty interesting right now. If I could just keep it as is, it'd be pretty cool. But probably gonna have to split it at some point. Right now I'm doing 100% frozen orb and then maxing warmth. That's about really all I'm doing. Usually I do frozen orb fireball. I'll split between the two. So I'll max frozen orb and then I'll put like 15 into fireball and 15 into meteor and then some into fire mastery. Oh, that's an interesting build. I think I'll keep that. That's what I do with my online character, at least. And usually I can get about 900 to 1,000 damage with Frozen Orb, which works out to I don't know how much, probably a lot. I don't really know. I wish they could actually tell you what the real damage for Frozen Orb is, but when you account for how many of the ice bolts are flying out, if each one of those is 900 to 1,000, I don't know, could be like 20, 30k per time or whatever. Everyone thinks that Blizzard's the best, but honestly, if I'm doing this with 500, just imagine double the damage. So I love Frozen Orb Source. So about 900 to 1,000 for Frozen Orb, and then it's about 6,000 to 7,000 with Fireball. That's my build. So works pretty well. And then your mercenary takes care of really everything else. If there's a double immune, you just let him take care of it. Usually, if you can't take care of it 100%, why am I? I switched back into this mode. Whoops. If he can't, or if I can't do it myself, and he can't do it alone either, between the two of us, oh my goodness, habit. I'll use my telekinesis, so I'll go like this, and I'll hit the, I'll stun the enemy back, and then let my mercenary just go at him, because what happens is oftentimes when you have a really strong enemy, they'll just continually stun your mercenary, even if he has like decked out gear. Like let's say he's wearing like infinity or like the best insight that you can build. He's got fortitude on him and whatever you would consider the best helm, maybe Andariel or something on for helm. But like you have the best mercenary. Oftentimes in hell, let's say there's like a full room or something, and you're trying to do in Trivincial or whatever, you're trying to kill the council or whatever. A lot of the higher tier council members are double immune. They'll be like fire, a cold immune or something. So if you got some of that going on, or fire, lightning or whatever, or lightning cold or whatever, but the mercenary, like he's trying to hit the guy, and the council member is just like continually stunning your mercenary. So if you hit him with a telekinesis, oftentimes you can stun him to the point where if you get it in a tempo where you're just like constantly hitting him with telekinesis, um, your mercenary can kill him. And I've done that technique since I found it. Since I found out about it. Like, I've had that. Whoa. Okay. That's going to be going on my paladin. That's crazy. Nice. That's probably the best one yet so far. Best drop for paladin so far. Initially, the reason why I built my sorceress was because I wanted to get my paladin enigma, but honestly at this point I'm just having so much fun building up my sorceress, so I'm thinking probably before I do anything, just to make my life easier with the runs, once I get enough runes, I might try and get a burr rune and then make chains of honor, because well, I do need to find the armor first. I haven't found a Archeon plate or even a light mage plate with 4 sockets would be nice. But either or, to make chains of honor. Just because that would be epic. Then I could get... All of this is really awesome. I could have more defense, more tall skills. Be nicer. That or make a Hodo. Whichever comes first.
Good day.
Yeah. Wow. That is a real habit. Once you... I've done so many of those super chests. Like, I don't know, hundreds probably at this point. Hard to get out of the habit of doing it. And for anyone that's actually gonna do a Frozen Orbs horse, because right now, like, look, okay, like I have all my skills in here, but then nothing in here really. It's all just going into warmth. But just right at the beginning, doing what I'm doing here and just like avoiding enemies and stuff like that is really the way to go. Before, I didn't really believe in putting skills to coal mastery, but it is really the only way to make your lower damage frozen orb work. Once you're have more to all skills and um, you can do more, that's great, and maybe you don't have to put so many, like I was always told a long time ago, it's like, oh, just max ice bolt, frozen orb, and then put 1 to cold mastery. Well, that's fine when you're like have end game gear, but even still, I think more to cold mastery is better, just because um, it is your main attack. You know, when you think of a like blizzard source, they go all out. Like, you're putting, what is it, like 20 to... Actually, let's check that right after. I don't even know. I don't do blizzard source very often. You're doing it to everything, right? Yeah, ice bolt, ice blast, and glacial spike. So like you're maxing out all of this. So that's like it's like you're doing fire or lightning, right? So that's like 80 skills right there. So just doing 20 and 20, that's your end game build. End game build is only 40 points. It's like, no, you got to do more. So at least do 20, and then I would say at least 10 on Cold Mastery, probably 12, and then let your to all skills. So maybe you have like 20 to all skills or whatever it is, maybe 15 to all skills or however too many to all skills that you have. But that's way better than just putting 1 point to that, because you want to make this damage count. Because one of the things that you'll find, or at least that I have found, is that like even with all the damage that, like, you know, like I said, like my sorceress does like 900 to 1,000, you can feel super strong against enemies that are not cold immune, because you can't break a cold immune in hell. But you can feel super strong on your own, like in a room by yourself. You only have like one person. But if you're in a room where, like, let's say you're doing like a Baal run or Diablo run, there's like 7 people in the room, your damage doesn't feel very strong. So having the cold mastery helps a lot with that. Again, only with the things that are not cold immune. I thought when you did this, it breaks cold immune, but that was a long time ago. But as you can see, it says increase the damage of your cold attacks by piercing enemies' resistance to cold. But as you can see there, it says 155. So if they have more than 155, which I think, well, there's way not. I think I know, it's extremely high in hell, and I don't know. I think it might be 300, 400 plus for cold. The only way to break cold immune, and I believe you can do it Act 1, Act 2 in hell, but I don't think you can go much farther than that, and it's a very rare occurrence. You need to have maxed cold mastery. You need conviction from a paladin, and you need lower resist from a necromancer. That's the way that you can break cold immune. It's insane. But again, you can do it in Act 1, and Act 2 maybe, but Act 3, 4, and 5 not so much. Nice. Yeah, I'm getting gear for just about everyone else other than my class, so this is kind of funny. Look at that lineup. Look at these. That's funny. Greetings. Who goes there? Oh,
It's me, bro. What's going on?
Dennis, how are you doing?
Good, man. You?
Good, just, you know, playing, doing a little record here. We've been recording for about 40 minutes.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. I was really just talking to myself for 40 minutes, but
It's all good, bro.
yeah. How are you?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. I got some turkey bacon
Oh yeah?
in the oven right now. Yeah.
Right on.
Cooking that up, and then I just had some olive hummus.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And I had some of that right now. It was so freaking good. Cause at the center of the hummus, they actually put chunks of olives that were chopped up.
Oh, really?
And drizzle with olive oil. Yeah, it was so freaking good.
Crazy. Yeah, it was funny when you mentioned the turkey bacon. You reminded me of remember we watched, well, I think I watched it a long time ago, but then we were watching it together with Doug, I think. There's that comedian Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I remember that.
And he's like, there's like a bit that he does, and he's like talking about meat or something, and he's like, yeah, I feel sorry for the turkeys or whatever. Like he's like, what is it? He's like, you got turkey bacon, you got turkey this, you got turkey sausage or whatever. He's like, I just want to tell the turkey, damn man, be yourself for selling this.
That's too funny.
Oh man.
He's a funny guy, Mephisto. I remember you showed me him. You guys were the ones who introduced me to him. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, he's. Oh man, he was a funny dude.
Rest in peace, right?
Yeah. Unfortunate. I don't know what happened. I would imagine maybe a little bit too much drinking. Apparently he was a big drinker. But super funny dude. There was another guy. Oh man, this is bringing back memories. What was it? Oh, that's a good shield. Whoa. Ah, I got a better one on, but that's good. That's a good shield. What's his name? Frank Caliendo. Do you remember that guy?
Let me look him up right now. Just so, cause sometimes you know a person by their face, but not by their name sometimes. So let me just look it up right now. Just
He did a lot of like impersonation stuff.
how do you spell that, Frank?
Frank Caliendo, Calin Cali N Cal Cali Caliendo Endo,
ENDO.
something like
Got
that.
it, bro.
Did you find him?
I got it. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I remember this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's super funny. There's a what was that other guy? That big guy. He was super funny. Did a lot of like food stand up. John Panette. Oh man, he was hilarious. He did this one. He did like a hour long one called "I Say Nay Nay." That is some funny stuff.
Hour long, eh?
Yeah, on
Do you
YouTube.
remember Jeremy Holt? Jeremy Hotz?
Jeremy Hotz.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a good
He
question.
laughed at his own jokes. Look him up right now. He's
Look,
hilarious.
look him up. Oh yeah. Okay, I will. Sure. Let me just one sec. Jer. What's his last name?
Hotz. Hotz.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know him. He's funny.
Yeah, man. He just chuckles at his own jokes. It's hilarious. He makes you laugh so well, man. It's just like, fuck.
Right on. You were working today?
I was working today.
The whole time, like up
Fully.
until now?
No, just for 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, 12 to 3. Yeah.
That's good. Oh yeah, just the slow return to work, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like is it they're adding 1 hour per month and then you're back, or like what are they doing?
Every 2 weeks we add an hour.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That'll be good. You'll get
Yeah.
your bone mineralization back in your foot, and you'll be running by the time
Totally.
by the time you notice the difference.
Yeah. Eh?
Are you already doing
What?
are they still doing the at home physio stuff?
Yeah, still doing that. Did that yesterday, and also you just reminded me. I need to get a vitamin and calcium supplement with vitamin D and magnesium. You were saying, right? Because
Okay.
magnesium helps with the absorption.
Yeah, magnesium. Yeah, just so you know, just so you remember or whatever, we are recording this, by the way. But yeah, magnesium does help with absorption for sure. It helps with actually everything. Vitamin C and magnesium, they help absorb all other vitamins and minerals. It's been proven.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I need to make sure that I get a supplement that has magnesium with it, with the calcium and vitamin D.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't, then just take the whatever you. What is it? You need to take calcium. Is that what you said?
Calcium, yeah, for my
Oh, okay.
bones, and some vitamin D as well, and magnesium, all three together. They
Oh,
come
gotcha.
together as well. They're sold as one.
Right on.
And Victoria's Health was open today. I walked by there.
They're still open?
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. I should go
they're
by.
essential business. Yeah.
Just
Just so everyone knows, Victoria's Health,
yeah.
Ken. What is it?
Victoria's Health is a health food store. So, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not Victoria's Secret, which is quite different. Um, Victoria's Health is a very popular health food store in BC.
It sells supplements, vitamins, minerals.
Yeah,
Um,
they're the holistic, um, but very high quality. It's so interesting. I always sorry to get off topic, but not really off topic, but it's so interesting hearing other people in the states always talk about, or even like doctors talk about supplements, um, and like it's always like they tell you about some really awesome, it's like, oh, vitamin D or whatever it is, right, that they're talking about. And then like the second thing that they talk about it in their country is like, oh, but you got to make sure it's like a really good brand or whatever, because it might not even be what's in the capsule. And it's like, seriously, that would not fly in Canada. Like when we buy something here, we know what's in the shit, right? Like when you buy vitamin C or you buy vitamin D or you buy iodine or whatever it is, like we know 100% of that stuff in there is the actual supplement. It's not just horseshit or whatever. But that's not the case in other countries. Sorry,
that sucks, man, for them.
that's my
Seriously, that.
rant on that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that was going on, but that's messed up that that happens because they just sell those supplements, but really there are a lot of fillers in there instead.
Oh, it happens all the time in the states. It's like that's one of the most common things. Is they don't even have like half of the supplements aren't even, well, more than half the supplements aren't even what you think it is. So crazy, crazy. For us, it's like I think the government allows up to 80% to be fillers, but this what's on the actual label is correct. So like let's say um, you needed like 500 or 250 of magnesium, right? Like 250 milligrams of magnesium or something per capsule. Um, or are you rolling a joint right now or something? What's that clicking?
No, sorry, I'm just texting
Oh.
Evan to come into Discord. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. But yeah, like when you so like on the label, right? It tells you like what's in the capsule.
Yep.
So let's say it says like 250 milligrams of magnesium per capsule, right? Um, in Canada, this is from like this is I don't know it 100%, but this is what I've been told by like more than I think like maybe 5 or 6 MDs and a couple naturopaths. But like so the actual active ingredient, 250 milligrams of magnesium, is actually in the capsule. But if you take the entirety of the capsule, 80% is the active ingredient, and then 20% is just filler. But I think AOR is the only brand in Canada that guarantees that 95% is active and only 5% is filler. So that's why it's more expensive.
AOR.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, AOR is a brand, can for a supplement, is a supplement brand, and they have some high quality stuff.
Yeah, and mainly it's just because it's very low in filler, but it usually adds about $15 to the price tag. By the way, none of this is sponsored. I have no sponsors, and you can tell that by there's no ads and there's no whatever. I don't know. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm just talking.
Totally, man. Yeah, I've tried their supplements. Thanks to you. You recommended them to me, and yeah.
They definitely have. Well, they also just like they take risks. Like they oftentimes like other brands that will only have like one thing in the supplement, whereas like AOR they try like different formulas, and I've seen them actively change stuff like over the past like 5 years. Their B vitamin complex thing has changed, and I think for the better. Like I think they take what people say into consideration when they're making their product. So because people spend a lot of money on it, so.
And here's something interesting. I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but at the VitaSave on lawn sale, they actually have an AOR protein shake that's $400.
Yeah, I
No
legit have
joke.
no idea what that is.
Yeah, this is not a joke. This is like for real. It was in the store on the lowest shelf, and I was shocked at that price. I was like, wow, okay.
So yeah, so Dennis is correct because you sent me the link and I thought initially I was like, whoa, that must be like a mistake. But what it is okay. So I don't think anyone really should ever need this, but it's for the really really high end, like gym goer kind of thing. Holy shoot, that's crazy. That was a really. Did you see that? Or I don't know if you're watching the stream.
Yeah, no, I'm watching, yeah.
That was 2 Grand Charms, and I think this is yes water blocks. Good boots. Yeah, I think the $400 protein thing. That's like, I think it has to be. You got to be a diehard like gym person for that even to be worth it. And I think it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably for someone who has a genetic problem, because like what they did was they isolated a specific type of protein molecule or something and they made it into a powder. Because initially I was like, oh, is this just whey protein? And I'm like, why is it $400? But I think it's they isolated like one specific, but still $400. It's crazy. And I don't even know. I think it's only like a month's supply or something. It's ridiculous. It's so expensive.
Yeah. And it is, yeah, it's just regular sized tub of protein for around $400, which is like, whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day we'll have to definitely review that.
Just try it out. Yeah, just one time.
Totally.
Oh man, yeah.
Who knows? We might feel something within the hour of taking it, you know?
Yeah, I turned into the Hulk. Getting the getting the protein. Oh man. I keep
All
finding
right,
the
going
same
back to
items.
Diablo, what do we got going on here? You're talking to Akara?
I'm talking to her, yeah. I'm gonna be doing some gambling soon on D2. I'm gonna be buying some rings and seeing if I can get a good ring. Actually, I just learned not too long ago that you can actually, if you gamble in D2, you can find unique items. I didn't think it was possible. I thought you could only get rare or like magical items, which are generally not as good, but sometimes rare items can be better. But apparently, if you buy enough items, you might get a unique item, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I'm just surprised that I'm surviving. I think I have enough faster cast rate. I think that's what's going on right now. Whoops. What's Freddy up to? Deadass. Oh, did I lose you? No, you're still there. You're just probably not there.
Yo, sorry, I hit the mute button.
Oh,
Can you hear
really?
me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Um. Yeah. Freddy's just watching some YouTube videos about stocks, and he's doing a workout while listening to it on his
Oh,
laptop.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
he wants to buy some stocks. That's what he was saying.
Ken, we should just open up our own cannabis store.
Maybe. I don't think so,
Yeah.
but I think that's a solo venture for you. I think that's right up your
Solo
alley.
venture for me, bro. Fuck.
What?
Solo venture for me, bro.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. You probably could take out a
Yeah.
loan and just buy a lot somewhere, and really the item merchandise just sells itself, so
Totally.
it's like it's like the Field of Dreams, man. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come. That should be
Yeah.
your slogan on the side of the window in big bold letters. If you build it, they will come.
Totally. Oh man, that's too funny, bro.
Oh man, sometimes when I'm on here, I think people just think I'm high or something. It's like I'm just so sleep deprived. It's so funny. I People are always like, "Oh, it's work, it's stress, it's whatever." It's just like, "Nah, I'm just a person who doesn't sleep." uh, I wish I was, but sleep is
Hey,
not
as
in the.
long as you're having a good time, buddy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm still getting like 5 hours maybe. Wish it was
You need a
better.
little bit of that reefer, brother, to some of that indica.
Nah, well, see, that's the thing sometimes, but most of the time, smoking or even, well, actually, alcohol really doesn't make me sleep, which is so weird. It makes me tired, but it doesn't put me out. Um, Only like super, super little amounts. Like when I did microdosing, which I think I told you about, right?
No, for with alcohol.
It was like almost all, it was like a lot of CBD, and then like a 5% THC.
Okay,
That was when I had like all that abdominal shit that was going on, which is
nice. Okay, yes. Now
still
I
sort
remember.
of
Yeah,
happening, but
I should definitely get you some CBD
yeah.
with 5% THC. We can smoke it together.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know what CBD is,
Cannabidiol. It's the non-psychoactive property of cannabis. So it doesn't get you high. There's no high involved at all. And I should know. I took it in very high doses for about 8 months, and it worked. I mean, it at least helped. It didn't. For pain relief, it didn't really do much, but it helped with calming me down and different things. There was a lot of, but I didn't know I had chronic appendicitis at the time, so. Dang. Mephisto, come on. Give me the drops.
What do you need?
All right, the oven just went off. I'm just gonna go check on that turkey bacon. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Ugh. Ooh, Grand Charm. Ah, come on. Oh yeah, so if you are still watching, made it to this far in the video. So I switched to Frozen Armor because, see it says improves defense and freezes attackers. So I used to use Shiver Armor or Chilling Armor, but these ones actually don't freeze the person. They will chill the person, but they can still attack. And so for Hell character enemies right now, because my faster cast rate is not quite up to par. I'm not super able to get hit because I only have 848 life. Um, the fact that when they try and hit me, they actually freeze. That actually, I would say, saves my life a lot. So just like that. So he was only able to attack once, and I absorbed that attack. So anyway, I might keep it like that instead of moving to Shiver Armor, but for right now, Frozen Armor is the way to go. Everyone has their preference, but most people use the other ones, Shiver Armor and Chilling Armor. It's a small detail, but I think you need all the help you can get right at the beginning when you don't have full gear. My gear is pretty good. Like, I keep complaining about it, but I'm just used to a certain standard, and I'm not quite there yet. I'm pretty impressed with my resistance. I didn't think I would get resistance quite like this so early, but I was very lucky to move a lot of the stuff that I had over from my paladin onto this character, so... Oh, shoot.
Good day.
All the runs are blending together. I've already forgotten, did I even do Mephisto in this run? I feel like I did, but... No, I didn't. Let's do it. Mm. Yeah. Oh, you're not back yet. let's do some more. Some more super chests.
Not in town.
I'm back, brother.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, good, good. The bacon turned out well. I just got Freddie here. He's making some eggs downstairs with spinach,
Oh, nice.
some scrambled eggs. So I asked him if he could make a little extra for me. So he is with some butter, bro. Cooking them in butter.
Butter's the best thing, man.
Totally. Is it vitamin A that's in butter?
Vitamin A? There's definitely
Or is
vitamin
that in
D for
milk?
sure.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, 'cause it's fat, right?
Mm-hmm. Bro.
Yeah. It's so funny how people still get so crazy about butter. Butter's actually pretty good for you.
It's really good, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a big myth, man. I don't know. It's gonna take another 50 years to unlearn all the crap that we were, or well, our parents were taught anyway.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a myth to eat healthy. Like we want to eat healthy, but what healthy is just not what we thought. Because really, sugar is kind of the problem, and that speaking as a sugarholic, and it's hard to stop eating sugar, but yeah, sugar is way more dangerous than consuming fat. Fat's actually really good for you. Super good for the brain. Makes you smarter. Get your omegas.
There's actually a website, since you love sugar so much, that sends you different candies from all across the world every month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you get a box, and inside the box it's a surprise. Like you can get some from Sweden, from like Japan, wherever, different types of candies and chocolates. And yeah, I forgot the name of the website.
I don't know if that would really help my sugar addiction, though.
Definitely help those cravings, my friend.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I feel like I don't eat. Like, I feel like it's a problem, but if you actually look at the quantity of sugar that I'm consuming, it's not that much, but my metabolism just doesn't handle it at all. Like, I bought like a box of Pop Tarts, which has like, I don't know, like 4 Pop Tarts in it or whatever, and my body will be like, whoa, that's way too much sugar. And it's like, really? I don't know. It's like you handled eating a whole, you know, um, like a banana and an apple and an orange or whatever just fine. But it's like, oh, a Pop Tart. Can't handle that. It's like, I don't know. Just like anything unhealthy, my body freaks out. This is probably all the other unprocessed things. Yo, have you seen this before? What I'm doing right now? I don't think.
no, I'm watching it though. Talk
Okay.
us through it.
So the lower cuirass, this thing right here.
Yep.
So I just learned this like I don't know a year or two ago. Um, so you put it on max. So like I'm on single player, but I've put it on max players. So there's 7 people in the room, even though it's just me. And there's like these chests, and if you click on them, because there's so many people in the room, the the roll, or like the percent rate or whatever, skyrockets. And because chests are random, you can literally get like any item in the game pretty much coming from those chests. They're called super chests. So I'm like kind of manipulating it because I'm making it so that there's 7 people in the room every single time that I enter the game. But yeah, it's cool. See, I got a small charm. Ooh, no good. But yeah, this is hopefully gonna get me some high runes. That's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed.
That's pretty sick that you figured that out.
Well, the people knew it for a very long time, but I had never heard of it before. But when you play single player, it makes it a lot easier. Because online you need map hack, and I'd rather not do that.
Not in town.
I think that's another good thing for the viewers to know that you're not using any hacks right now.
Yeah, the mod that I'm using is not technically a hack because it doesn't change the game in any way. It just makes it so that my stash is bigger, so I can hold as many items as I want. And what else? And I can make any rune word normal or ladder. So, like in general, like a normal single player, you wouldn't be able to make a spirit rune word, but in the pluggy mod, it applies all the rune words that you get from ladder, and so I can make that. That's all it's doing. It's not actually changing the game in any way, which is super cool. Thanks, Dennis. That's a good thing to note.
Totally.
Hmm.
Bro, it's just about that time. You know what time it is, right?
It's business time, man. Business time.
Business time for sure. It's that
It's
time to get a little you
business.
know
It's business time.
what. No, it's time for me to get a little. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It is still bright outside, eh?
Oh, is it? I closed
Yeah.
my curtains because I get so much glare from the sun. But I would have thought by now it's bright out. It's 8:30. Holy crap, that's a good amulet. I have noticed actually that the sun is setting very, very late though. So yeah, I can imagine that.
The fellas here are watching Prison Break on Netflix.
Prison Break. I never watched that. Oh, it's not. Sorry, I was gonna say it's not 24, right? But it's Prison Break's a totally different show. Oh man, I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
just nonstop watching it back to back episodes, man.
Right on. Right on. Man, my items are so all over the place. I gotta, gotta figure this out.
24 was a good show too.
It was. I think I only ever watched the first season, but it's good. All right, man. Gamble time. Gambling some rings.
Oh boy.
All right, what do we have? Ooh, nah, not that great. So apparently the stats are that you can get, it's like 1 in 10,000 or something. You can get a unique item from a gamble. So that would mean that you might be able to get a Stone of Jordan from a Soj from uh, from gambling. That'd be pretty cool.
Just gonna take a call here on the other line, and I'll be right back.
All right, man. That's pretty sweet. I think I'll keep the resistance ring just for now, at least. These are other ones that I've kept. I can't believe I found Tau Rashes. Amy. So early. Oh boy. Why is he so difficult? Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I'm still player number 7. Alright, well I think I'll end it here. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Alright, have a good night and stay happy and healthy. Alright, bye bye.